Hey, good morning, everybody. So here is a little video of my first attempt at flying a drone. So here we go. So here I am waving at the camera, just saying hi. Um, so this is my first attempt at ever flying a drone. I picked this thing up because I need it for work so I can take pictures of roofs and stuff. And I don't want to be climbing up on tall ladders because I've ran into a couple jobs where the roofs are like, 18, 20 feet in the air. And I'm 60 years old and I'm just not going to climb up there and fall down and break my shit. So here I am, just testing it, getting it up in the air, looking at it and looking like a fool. Trying to pan it around. I'm trying to get comfortable with the controls and see what it'll do. So I'm just walking down the driveway here and trying to follow myself a little bit. Of course, as you can tell, I can't keep myself in the middle of the picture because I'm a fool. But that's okay. We're having fun. Or we're learning something. Let's put it that way. I'll put some specs to the drone down below so you guys can see what I bought. Maybe I'll pop in a picture of the actual drone and stuff like that. So now I'm just kind of looking at the controller. I bought one that came with a actual controller with a screen, so I don't have to pop my phone into it. And that way I don't have to worry about pairing up a phone. And also the phone screen you kind of can't see all that well when the sun's out. And this has a pretty good contrast ratio on it. I think it's 700 nits or something like that. So you can actually see it when the sun's out. It works a little bit better. Now I think I'm here. I'm trying to set up the follow me mode because I want to see if I can get it to follow me down the driveway. And I'm fumbling through the controls and through the menus because I don't know what I'm doing. I just kind of unloaded it, charged it all up, read a few brief descriptions of what I should be doing, and then I just went out to wing it. So everything you're watching is just me learning how to actually use it, and because it's more fun to just use it. So I think I've got this figured out on how to make it track me. So yeah, here I go. I'm going to turn around and it's going to follow me. So it's just follow me on this little walk. I don't go very far. I'm just kind of seeing how it works and seeing what I can and can't do with it. Also want to make sure I don't run into anything because I don't want to blow up my drone on the first day. So I still have to get used to the controls. I have to get used to things feel backwards at times. I'll push what I think is going to make it go left and it goes right. I'll think what I think is going to make it go forwards and it goes backwards. And I think that's just because the orientation of the drone. I need to fly off the screen instead of looking at the drone and trying to fly. I pushed something there. I'm not sure what it was. I don't know if it was a contrast ratio button or something. But I know it has HDR. Maybe I pushed the button that makes you go into HDR mode, and then for some reason the screen darkened there for a second. I'm just kind of strafing here, left and right, up and down, trying to get a feel for the controls. Trying to see what I can and can't do. I know it has a zoom feature. I think I was fumbling around trying to figure out if I could figure out how the zoom feature worked. Here's one of those situations where I first started, I wanted to fly it towards me, but as you saw there at the beginning of that, it went backwards first. There's the zoom. So it's got a little zoom wheel at the top. It'll do a 2-time digital zoom. It's not optical. So it does have a 3-point gimbal on it. Hi, waving at the camera again because I'm a doofus. So I'm kind of looking around, going, okay, what controls do what? Trying to figure it out. Again, looking dumb. So I'm fumbling through the menu again because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with it. I'm trying to figure out the different features. I know it has features where it'll actually rotate around you. It'll do spotlight feature to where you'll walk around and it'll kind of stay in place and then just kind of follow you. now here I go. I did the screen record because I wanted to kick in the screen record. Here's what I'm actually looking at on the controller down there in the bottom left-hand corner. That's what I see on the controller while I'm flying, and it gives you things like, you know, height, distance away from you, shows you how many satellites you are hooked up to, because it does have GPS, gives you battery life left, so you know how much battery's left in the drone, so you don't fly it down to 0 and then have it fall out of the sky, although I don't think it'll do that. So there's that little thing that popped up there was showing the tilt of the gimbal, and now I'm swiping down to open up the menu, and I don't know what I was doing here. I was trying to figure something else out, but I think I couldn't figure it out. So it popped up something down there in the bottom left-hand corner of the bottom left-hand corner. I'm not sure. I think that was a dialog box for setting the camera, changing how you want the camera features to work. And now I'm going to use the return to home. So just do that. You swipe it. Camera kind of goes into an auto mode, and it's going to fly back to where I took off from. So it does have a dynamic return to home that's turned off in beginner mode, so that you don't, I guess, accidentally fly it somewhere you don't want it to go. So this actually flies back to where I took off from. It does a pretty good job. It lands within a couple of feet of where you actually took off from. And then there you go. That's kind of it. That's where the video ends. And yeah, but we'll see if I get any good with this thing. We'll see if it helps my business, and maybe I can go out and make some videos and post them on YouTube, and we'll see how things are going. But all right, rock on, everybody. We will catch you all later. Have a good day. Bye.